Did you know that these little relays are not all wired exactly the same? Well, if you did, I know how the internet works. You win, you knew more than the content creator. Yay, leave a sarcastic comment and enjoy your victory. If you didn't know, stay tuned to hear my journey of finding out. So, I needed to put a new horn on the pickup truck that we inherited from my father-in-law because the existing horn, one of them quit, and what was left, it sounded like a clown horn. It was not properly conveying the rage and sarcasm that I needed it to. I didn't want to go through the trouble of putting air horns on, so I got these. I figure Hella is a company unlike all the other ones on Amazon that I'd heard of. It's not, Mao Zedong or Happy Lucky Panda style. Hella's a company I've heard of. I was hoping they would just plug right in, but they came with a relay. All right, fine. I had also previously bought a set of relays that came with these little pigtails, and also instructions telling you which wire does what, which is handy because, they all have diagrams on them that you may or may not be able to see. And, you can reason out, all right, 85 and 86 are the solenoid, and then your contactor is 30 and 87 or 87A. But you're still, you're trying to see the numbers down there and figure out which spade terminal goes where versus this just plugs right in. And, easy peasy, right? So anyway, I used one of these plugs, but I used the relay that came with the headlights. And at the very last step was connecting power. And I'll admit it, I don't like loud noises, so I was kind of nervous anyway. And I just touched the contact to the battery just to see what would happen, and clenched and expected the horns to fire off, because who knows? And like I said, loud noises scare me. Well, it was almost more scary when I heard the relay click, and it shouldn't have, because that's that's the power in. So for a second or so, I was really confused and kind of felt like somebody told me Darth Vader was my father. I'm like, no, that's not true. That's impossible. How could powering the relay make a trip and not fire off the horns? Anyway, eventually I figured out. I looked at the numbers on one of the ones that is made to go with the plug that is apparently Bosch style versus Hella style. I didn't know that there were different styles. And this is probably not going to be easy to see, and it's important that I don't know if you can see those little numbers, and they're upside down too. Okay, I can see them. Maybe you can't. But number 30 and 85 are switched. So on the Bosch style, 30 is down here and 85 is over there. On the Hella one, 85 is down there and 30 is over there. So, of course, the layout is the same. You got an extra one, and that's fine. But the plug will plug into either one. This. So that's the Bosch style plug on the Hella, but different layout, which means they work differently. So now you know, if you didn't already.